Hey, Tim Sykes here. Crazy day. Sorry for the late night video lesson, but I was actually traveling today while also picking the single hottest stock in the entire market. Um, Insane, just absolutely insane with RSCF. I picked it from the morning open, from the market open at 21 cents. It is basically a quadruple on the day. If you go back and look through the archives over the past few days, over the past few weeks, there's been several times where I've called the biggest winner on the entire day. WSGF was my last one. This one I rebought a few times in between finding Wi-Fi and not finding Wi-Fi. Like the people that I'm traveling with think I'm crazy, but I am crazy. This also finished right at its highs, very similar to the previous day GWSO. Same kind of chart, but more volume, thankfully, and bigger percent gain. GWSO actually did hit my goal of 2, but it gapped down and only hit 2 later, when I didn't even have any Wi-Fi when I saw it hit 2. So this was actually a better dip buy. RSCF is a little different, where the reason why I bought immediately, even actually before I sold GWSO, which, usually if I'm holding a stock long overnight, that's my number one focus. But I was so ready for RSCF because of the stocks to trade breaking news. For the 3 days now, 66,000 on the week in 3 days, which is insane. 21,000 on the day, roughly. I have some more profits on RSCF. I sold some before the close, but I still have a few thousand overnight. Before I go any further, please, everyone is asking me questions. How do you learn this stuff? Please take advantage of these sales. I'm going to post these 3 links right underneath this video. And I really, 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 really want you to learn. This was the breaking news alert, sent it out right at the open. They have a patent now on being able to ship freezing vaccines. And if you've been looking at a lot of these vaccines, some of them, namely the Pfizer one, needs to be refrigerated. I think it's like -70 or -80 degrees. Like, it's not easy. You can't just put it in your little cooler and take it somewhere. So they got the patent. I had been buying RSCF. People were like, how did you know? Well, first of all, Stocks to Trade Breaking News alerted me. And again, there's sales right now on Stocks to Trade Breaking News. This is a tool that you should use every single day. Actually, leave a comment below this video. Say, I will use STT Breaking News. And don't just comment it, back it up and actually utilize it, because it astounds me. Whether you have a big account, whether you have a small account, whether you have a paper trading account, it astounds me that you are willing to trade and risk your hard-earned money or waste your earned time, not knowing breaking news. Not just all news. This isn't just a blanket news wire. It's curated news. And if you want to know the secret to how I've been spotting the single hottest stock in the markets more times than not lately, not every day, but 4, 5, 6 times out of 10, pretty much like the past month or two, which is crazy. It's Stocks to Trade Breaking News. And now I'm up over $1.046 million on the year. I would guesstimate half, maybe 5/8, maybe even 3/4 of my profits is thanks to Stocks to Trade Breaking News. It's been insane. RSCF, I was buying it here when, we first found out that the Pfizer vaccine was going to have to be refrigerated. They had the product and it was going nowhere. And this is the beautiful thing about penny stocks. Like, if this had been a $5 or $10 or $20 stock, it might have gone to 50. It might have gone to 100. But because so few people respect penny stocks, that creates the inefficiency. And only when this became a big percent winner and they got the official patent, now it's on everyone's radar. And I still think it has more to go. We'll see. I mean, GWSO failed on day 2, but again, it still hit 2, so it didn't completely fail. And I think this news and setup is stronger. We'll see. I played some safely just before the close, selling at 80 cents, basically 2/3 of my position. I still have a third left. But I think this could go to $1. If the volume keeps up, this could even hit $2. I don't know how high it goes. I'm not a promoter. I want it to actually dip. I would love, it to gap up to $1 and then panic down to 40, 50, 60 cents and then buy the dip in a perfect world. I have a feeling that it's going to gap up and just keep going. And I'm going to sell into the gap up, and then I'm going to be conflicted whether to chase it. And I probably won't chase it because I also have a crazy busy day tomorrow. That's my nightmare scenario. So I'm just narrating that and saying it out loud. For this, a lot of people say, Tim, like, why are you even long right now? I mean, this stock just proved itself all day. I like it when stocks prove themselves. I think that's probably one of the best lessons right now in this market. TSNP, I had one of my biggest wins here overnight here at 10 cents. I had a lot of students being like, why are you chasing a stock up from 2 cents to 10 cents? You say never chase. Correct. But the stock, as I explained over the weekend, proved itself several times throughout the day. On the initial morning spike, even on the consolidation, even on this little intraday panic, 3 times it did better than I thought it would. So that gave me the confidence to hold overnight. And sure enough, the thing gapped up freaking 80%. And it was one of my biggest wins this year. And it kept going higher too. I didn't sell at the exact top at all. But I've made like 50 grand now. And I also dip bought it each of the past few days too. TSNP has been a big winner for me this week. But the point is that on this day, I underestimated it and it proved itself. And the same thing happened with RSCP today. RSCF, my bad. I'm doing this late night. I really should be in bed, but I just want you to understand why I am long at all with a stock like this. The news is fantastic. The setup is fantastic. It's just getting discovered. But like I said, the buying pressure was immense. I wish that I had gone bigger when I had my initial buy alert at 21 cents. But, it didn't really even break out till midday. I was actually flying when it broke out. And I was like, are you kidding me? And I got one quote during the whole flight and I saw it up and I was just swearing. And everyone was like, what's wrong with you? Because I missed it. There actually was, I had the nice morning spike, but there was also a nice dip. Even if you missed the morning spike, to the 30s, it dipped back down to 25. So it wasn't just straight up all day. Although towards the end of the day, it just started getting ridiculous. So that is RSCF. Congrats to everybody. So many students to congratulate. Trip Mayhew, 2,800. Where was that other? I did a Facebook post. Hold up. Right here. These guys. Oh, sorry. I'm so out of it. But these guys, I got to give props to. These students, this was a few weeks ago in Arizona. This is Kyle Williams. He's around 500, maybe actually even 600,000 now in profits. He's up like 75, 80 grand on the week. Jack Kellogg, who likes to wear his chain on the outside of his shirt, he's up $210,000 right now in 3 days. It's actually pretty amazing. And he is not even feeling well. He has a fever. I sent him some soup the other day. He's not feeling well. And he made $210,000 in 3 days because he's been prepared. All of these guys, we didn't just fly on a jet for show. We flew on a jet because I like rewarding my top students. When I say I want you to use Stocks to Trade breaking news, it's because it will help your education. It'll help you learn quicker. It'll help you earn quicker. That's how you get to 500,000-600,000 in profits. Jack is now at 1.1 million in profits. He was a freaking valet 3.5 years ago, okay, when he first started with me. A valet, driving other people's cars. Now he can buy the whole freaking fleet if he wants. And then Matt Monaco, just graduated college. 2 $20,000 days, Monday and Tuesday. He got a little burnt out. I think today he was up like 3,000 or 4,000. But, or no, 5,000 because he's up 45,000, he said, in 3 days. But now he's over or around, 400,000 overall. So 400,000, 1.1 million, like 500,000, we'll call it, maybe even 600,000. So between these guys, we're talking 2 million. And then, I'm now over 6 million. So $8 million in this one picture. I'm so proud of all of them. And the reason why I talk about the money, it's not to brag about them or me or anything. It's to show you the potential. If you ask any one of these people in chat or in person and you say, hey, Kyle, you made 60 or 80 grand this week so far. Did you capture all the gains? Did you trade well? And he'll without a doubt, within a second say, no, I missed out on a ton of opportunities. Jack, if you ask him, you made $210,000 in 3 days this week so far. All of last year, you only made $120,000. So you've already nearly doubled an entire year's worth in 3 days. Are you trading well? And he would say, probably not within a second, but within like a few seconds, you'd be like, I'm definitely trading well, but he's missing opportunities. And then Matt Monaco also, when he made 20,000 yesterday, I talked to him and he's like, why do I feel disappointed? And I'm like, because you're spoiled AF. There are so many opportunities. None of us are special. That's what you need to understand. This time is special. That's why I'm making a freaking video lesson at 11 p.m. when all I want to do is go to sleep. Because I need you to understand and I need you to arm up. This is a battlefield and too many of you are not armed. That's why I'm going to post a link to these sales where you can save a ton of money off resources. I'm going to post a link to Stocks to Trade Breaking News, which you should be using every single day. Even if you're not trading, at least start to look and see what news does to stocks. And you can see these stocks before they quadruple or triple or whatever. But again, even upcoming students, Trip, 2,800 so far, and I love this. And, he just joined the challenge, 2,900 on the day. He's using Stocks to Trade and Stocks to Trade Breaking News. And Bessa's over 8,000. Zach Eddy, I love this. Trading from work just on my phone with no charting, rough executions, still locked in 700 on RSCF. Just think about how many people are working jobs where they're making $50, $100, $200 a day. And if you wait for these solid setups, that don't happen every day, but if you even have the bare basics to be able to execute, you can make a few $100s. And I guarantee you, he underestimated it too. Like the upside is just so monstrous. It astounds me that more people don't realize it. CJ also made 2,900 today. He's up $6,000 already in December. I love this. Clutch Caller said this gave him the opportunity to stay home and build his daughter a legit treehouse. And you can't really see it. Hold on. Let me scroll down here. Look at this treehouse. That is a legit treehouse. Good job. Your daughter is lucky to have you. And I'm proud to help you, stay home and spend more time with her. Brock, 4,700 on the day, 15K in the last 4 days. Freaking awesome student of mine. Sandy, 1,900 in profits today, 5K this week. Another one, 1,300 in profits. I could go on and on. Here's Vin. Look at this. Traveling to Maui, delayed at LAX, and he's banking on TSNP and RSCF. TSNP was another good morning panic, the same pattern that I highlight literally every day. Follow me on Twitter. I think I might have linked the morning panic pattern at least 50 times in the past few days. It's working every single day. Agraz, I love this. Made nearly $3,000 today, 4,000 on the week, 10K overall in gains. So this is the beautiful thing. It's not just like students who have been studying for like 3 years, 4 years, 5 years, and they've already made 6 figures. This student had never made much, and yet because of Stocks to Trade Breaking News, and then me basically reinforcing the Stocks to Trade Breaking News alert and being like, yo, this news actually matters. Making $4,000 in 3 days. And again, thanks me, Stocks to Trade Breaking News, Tim Bowen, who also gives webinars on Stocks to Trade. And here's Fetty. Don't even think, I get a lot of messages from students where they're like, I'm only making $50. I'm only making $100. Like I'm not, stop. Don't talk down at all to yourself or anyone else. Every single one of my top students started making $10, $20, $30, $40 at the beginning. Okay. Go and look at Tim Gertani, who's now over 13 million in profits. Look at his early trades. He's making and losing $10, $20. So I'm disgusted by the evil, toxic, negative penny stock promoters and their brainwashed followers for saying, oh, Sykes' students only make $20, $40, $100. Look at this guy. You're satisfied with $161. Notice my response. I say all my top students started with profits of $20 to $40. Take your toxic ignorance out of our feeds and go and hold and hope instead of learning the process like my students do. Typical buffoonery in penny stocks is pathetic. And I should have been a lot more harsh. Literally, don't listen to anybody who says bad things when it's your first ever 3-figure day. This is your first ever 3-figure day. Soon it'll be your first ever 4-figure day, then a 5-figure and 6-figure, and maybe even a 7-figure, okay? That's how it works. That's the real process. Screw these toxic people who say you shouldn't trade small in the beginning, because they're just promoters and they're just following promoters, and maybe they get right on a pump or two, but they will blow up and lose everything in the end. Versus if you actually listen to me, and you might be able to hear that I'm getting a little passionate about this, because I want you to listen to me, because I want you to succeed. And if you start small and you appreciate the small gains and you learn to optimize your process and scale up later on, guess what? That is a good habit to get into. And Fedi is finding his own way after 4 months, trusting their process. Damn, it's not easy, but totally worth it. And mind you, it's not just the penny stock promoters and their brainwashed followers, or the penny stock promoters and their multiple aliases. By the way, I have no other accounts on Twitter. Don't listen to anybody who says open some shady crypto wallet. I'm not on WhatsApp. I'm not on LinkedIn. I'm not on Telegram. I'm not on Discord. I'm not on StockTwits. I'm not on Webull. Those are all imposters. Okay? And it might just be 1 or 2 promoters. You have no idea how corrupt this industry is. It's sickening. So for me, do me the favor, start trading small, learn the process. Don't believe me at first. That's fine. Some of my top students were skeptical AF in the beginning. I don't need you to believe me. I will show you over time, play by play, day by day, week by week, month by month, year by year, decade by decade, that this is real. And 2-figure days, 3-figure days, 4-figure days, 5-figure days, 6 and 7-figure days are possible over time. But start small, because as Fedi says, it's not easy. So send this video to somebody who doesn't believe in this, and I will go so hard against them. They will have hell coming to them in the form of a video lesson by me, because I am so sick to death of lies, misconceptions, and toxic attitudes. I will not let these toxic people take down my students anymore. I'm sick of it. Start small. Props to everybody. Also, Daniel said this, RSCF was textbook if you study. True. Read this book, The Complete Penny Stock Course. People will say, oh, Tim, you didn't write it. Correct. One of my students wrote it, because I'm also disorganized. Not only am I angry, not only am I busy, not only am I sometimes undisciplined, not only am I overwhelmed, guess what? Sometimes my students help me do better with my teachings. Jamil is a great student, and he's very academic. So he wrote this, and this is an academic, written book. I wrote the foreword, but it's basically all my teachings. Jamil summed up all my video lessons, DVDs, and webinars. So read this book, because RSCF was textbook. First green day with a big news catalyst that kept going in a hot market. It doesn't get much easier than that. You choose how conservative or aggressive you want to be. Anyways, I have to get going. Congrats again to so many students. I could keep listing students all day, all night, all week, all month, all year, but I'm really just tired. Third consecutive 20K plus day for me, getting a little insane. But yeah, I'm donating all my profits this month to food banks, by the way. A lot of people all over America and the world need help with their food situation. So that's my honor to donate the profits to help them. All 1.046 million that I've made in trading profits now. Record year for me. I'm donating. So you have a few tasks. Say underneath this video, I will use Stocks to Trade breaking news, and then back it up, because I'm sick to death of people being like, how did you see the news? How did you know? Because we use Stocks to Trade breaking news. Okay? It's no great secret. In Stocks to Trade breaking news, I think they even sent out 2 alerts pre-market, because this was such meaningful, important news, and it turned out to be the single biggest winner in the entire market. So suck it up, pay for Stocks to Trade breaking news, increase your education, increase your account. It's not easy. You will have losses. Rule number 1 is cut losses quickly. Don't expect that just because the news is great, it's necessarily going to be the biggest percent winner. But in this market, in this environment, you have to get a little aggressive. It's getting a little freaking amazing. Look at these guys' faces. These are normal guys, and they're loving it because they put in the time studying. How bad do you want it? You tell me. Leave a comment, study up, let's see what you got.